Novel. My Wives Are All Beautiful Vampires. Chapter 1. Victor's Mysterious Transformation. I opened my eyes, seeing a familiar ceiling, and turned my face to look at my computer that was on my personal desk. When did I get home? Rising from my bed, I start to think. My memories were scrambled and I couldn't remember anything. Suddenly I hear a woman's voice. It was an angelic voice, a wonderfully beautiful voice, and she sounded very worried. Victor? Ugh, who? I put a hand to my head when I feel it start hurting badly. I lean on the bed and try to get up, but all of a sudden I feel my hand sinking into the material of the bed. I hear the noise of wood breaking and look in the direction of my hand. I see that my hand has gone through the mattress and broke the wood that supports my bed. Victor, what's wrong with me? I quickly pulled my hand away and I looked confused at my mattress that had a hole in it. I don't remember being so strong. Did something happen to me? I start to question myself and I try to search my memory. But even though I try to search my memory, I can't find it. It's like something is blocking my memories. Victor, let's start at the beginning. I went to the grocery store to buy the food my mum ordered, but I tried to continue to form a timeline with my memories, but I don't have time for that when I feel unbearable thirst in my throat. It was like I ran a marathon and needed a drink of water. My throat was parched. I quickly get up, ignoring the sounds of wood creaking from the floor, and grab my bathroom door handle, attempting to open the door. But something amazing happens. The door is literally ripped off the wall. I was shocked at this show of force, but I don't have time to admire it or even question how I was able to do it. I quickly walk into the bathroom and try to turn on the water tap. As before, the tap broke when I tried to open it and the water started to spew out. I ignored it and put my mouth into the water, trying to drink as much as possible. I looked like a man who was lost in the desert and found an oasis for the first time in days. I feel the cold water from the tap entering my mouth and seeping down my throat, but the water doesn't seem to satisfy me. I needed more. I needed something to satisfy my thirst. The water didn't seem to be working. Woman's voice, calm down. I hear a woman's voice. It was the same voice that called my name when I woke up. Suddenly, as if it were a misleading lie, the thirst I'd been feeling earlier disappeared. Victor, who's there? I fall to the ground and start to inhale and breathe heavily. I take a deep breath and sigh. Just what in the name of God is happening? I look at the overflowing water and realize I couldn't leave it like this. I carefully turned off another valve that was located near the floor, and soon the water stopped pouring. I sigh in relief and get up off the floor. I turn to look at myself in the mirror, and what I see surprises me. Is that me? I look a little taller. I have a well-defined body with muscles in the right places, six-pack abs and muscular arms. What stood out the most in my appearance is the incredibly pale skin. It's like I'm missing most of the blood in my body. I used to look like a dead creature from a disease that gave me anemia, an extremely inconvenient disease and in some cases deadly. But this is another level. I look like I don't have any blood in my body. I also notice that my face is more defined, and my blue eyes and black hair have gained more shine? Did the former 21-year-old who was skinny and looked like a teenager grow up to be an athletic-looking man in just one night? What happened? Was I kidnapped by the government and drafted into the super soldier program? I look towards where I hear another voice and I start to breathe heavily. My throat starts to get thirsty again. I look through the wall and see the image of a human, and I can see her heart beating in a very attractive rhythm. I could see the person's entire body with a red vision. It was like the world around me had changed, and I could see the heart that was glowing a more vibrant red. It was like it was inviting me to rip it out and drink it. Hearing my mother's voice, I woke up from my inebriated state. I responded in the most normal voice I could muster, but it was obvious that I failed. I look at my reflection in the mirror and notice that my eyes have changed to blood red. Realizing what happened to me changed me in many different ways, I started to think rationally. I try with all my strength to resist the temptation to leave the room and rip my mother's heart out. Realizing I was speaking normally again, She visibly calms. At least that's what my new red vision implies. I can't see her expression, but I can see her heart beating at a slower pace. She suddenly turns and starts heading towards the stairs. I was confused for a moment. Why did she give up so easily? Oof! I feel an arrow in my chest for some reason, but strangely it helped me calm down. I grow a little smile. My mother has no mercy and speaks her mind. She's very honest. That's the quality I like most about her. Though I won't deny that I am often irritated with her honesty, but living 21 years of my life under her roof, you get used to it. Anyway, I look at the clock and see that it's morning. I need to go to college, but I don't think I'm able to go out on the street right now, and I look at my room and see the mess I made. The floor was broken, the door was ripped out, the bathroom was flooded. I need to organize this mess. When tidying my room, I found out several things about my new self. I had more strength, much more strength than I had previously. Because of this change, I'm having trouble controlling myself. Before I used X-Force and I could open my bedroom door without breaking anything, but if I use the same force now, the bedroom door will literally be ripped off the wall. My senses like hearing, smelling, sight, etc., they're much more sensitive. My hearing isn't on the level of the comic book scout friend who wears blue and red and has the S symbol on his chest. That guy could hear the entire planet. As far as I've tested, I can hear everything that's going on in my house and in the surrounding neighborhood. It's annoying. I hear multiple voices at the same time and I can't discern who's who. Because of that, I tried something. I focused all my attention on a porn video that I opened on my computer called The Hardest Game in the World. Do I look stupid? Yes, but it worked. Men are easy creatures to grab attention from. My sense of smell has also improved, but the only thing I can smell from several kilometers away is blood. I can't differentiate the scents either. Another thing I learned is that I have another kind of vision. When I switch to this vision, the world turns red, and I can see everything around as if there were no walls. And in this world, I can see human silhouettes. When I focus on these beings, I can see their hearts glowing bright red. I just tested this for a few seconds. I don't want to risk getting thirsty again. And yes, I know shit happened to me. I became a vampire, or something like a vampire. The features are very obvious: pale skin, red eyes, better physical conditioning, and an insatiable thirst. Knowing this, I have a starting line in my reasoning. First, let's see what weaknesses I have. The most obvious weaknesses from vampire books are garlic, the cross of Jesus or something related to God, sunlight, and I can't enter someone's house uninvited. Also, running water. Some weaknesses may seem stupid, but I need to test them all. First, the cross of Jesus. I look at a necklace that is hanging on my computer screen. On that necklace there is a cross. I slowly touch the necklace and I feel nothing. Next. Running water. Well, I drank tap water. I guess that counts as a no. I don't know. I need to go to a pool or river that has running water and test. Let's leave this weakness for another time. Next on the list is garlic. I remember I bought garlic pizza 2 days ago. I walk towards the small fridge in my room and pick up the garlic pizza I had bought. Smelling the pizza with my nose, I feel like throwing up, but I also don't feel anything else, like a sudden weakness or something. I think the urge to vomit was because my appetite changed. I try to put the pizza in my mouth, and as expected, my body instantly rejects the food. I ran towards the bathroom and spit the pizza into the toilet. My stomach churns, and I feel like throwing up. I quickly started to inhale and take deep breaths. A few minutes later, repeating this process, the urge to vomit passed. In the future, I must test whether whole garlic has any effect on me. Thinking about it now, that was stupid. What kind of vampire would have weakness to garlic pizza? Anyway, the next weakness is the sun. I walk towards my bedroom window, which is located on the wall where my bed is positioned. I climb onto my bed and open a small gap in the curtain for the sunlight to enter. I swallow my saliva. I'm a little scared of disappearing. After all, the biggest weakness of vampires is sunlight, but I need to know. And I think just putting my finger in the sun shouldn't cause any problems, right? Slowly, I bring my finger closer to the sunlight. When there was only 1 centimeter left until sunlight touched my finger, I stopped. No, I need to know. Don't be a chicken, Victor. I put my finger in the sunlight and nothing happens. I don't feel my finger disappear, and I don't feel that intense pain that I expected. I sigh in relief. I look at my window curtain and open it. As soon as the sunlight enters my room, I feel the sun bathing me in warmth and touching my entire body. Yet I feel nothing. For some reason, I felt like I should praise the sun right now. But I'm not going to do that. What if someone saw me? I lie down on the bed and look up at the ceiling. With no other obvious vampire weaknesses, I don't want to try to decapitate myself or rip my heart out. I'm not crazy enough for that, I say to myself out loud. This morning was weird. For some reason, I don't remember what happened yesterday, and I woke up with the characteristics of a vampire. But I also didn't have the obvious weaknesses of a vampire. Am I reading too many books? I laugh at my own lame joke. I close my eyes and slowly I drift off to sleep.